Prior to this match with the Dragons, the Panthers had embarked on a 7-match winning streak, with the bulk of those victories transpiring at their home at the base of the mountains. Yet of these 7 victories, the most convincing one occurred last week in the nation's capital, whereas their home victories appeared largely unconvincing against the understrength Sea Eagles and Cowboys, and struggling or out-of-form Bulldogs, Titans and Tigers. Regardless of this and the withdrawal of skipper Matt Moylan, they were expected to down the Dragons at home. Instead, they turned in a rather average performance to go down 16-14, which brought their 7-match winning streak to an end. This means that the Panthers have squandered any chance of finishing the regular season in the top 4. In addition, it renders their final round clash against the Sea Eagles incredibly crucial. Point 2. Panthers no guarantee of finals participation. Worth this loss, not only does it cease the Panthers' hopes of a top 4 finish, there is no guarantee that they will even finish in the top 8. The Panthers are currently in 6th position, with both the Cowboys and Sea Eagles breathing down their necks. All 3 are equal on 30 points, with the Panthers ahead due to superior points differential, and the Dragons in 9th position on 28 points. All this, as well as this rather unexpected result, renders the final round match at Brookville a must-win match for both the Panthers and the Sea Eagles. Should the Panthers win their final round match, then they can finish no higher than 5th. Should the defending premiers the Sharks lose their match in Newcastle to the Knights. However, if the Panthers lose to the Sea Eagles, then there's every chance of them missing the finals altogether. Point 3. Dragons' finals hopes have been revived. Worth the Dragons' stuttering form towards the business end of the season, and the fact that they were visiting a venue which they had not walked away with 2 points from for almost a decade, many expected them to lose this match. Furthermore, the Panthers had a strong home record and won the last 7 matches. However, the Dragons completely threw the form guide out the window. In doing so, they returned from the foot of the Blue Mountains with 2 competition points, thereby reviving their finals hopes in the process. Moreover, the Panthers have been known to finish their matches strongly in the final 20 minutes. Yet the Dragons not only scored near the 60-minute mark, they held their opponents scoreless in the period which they have been at their most dominant. 4. No Dugan, no Warriorski. Dragons and NSW Origin Center was one player where it would have been required in what was a must-win match for the Dragons. However, due to disciplinary reasons, Dugan found himself rightly dropped by Dragons coach Paul Mary McGregor. Mary would later say that discipline was the key to their team, and unfortunately, Dugan fell short in that regard, leading to the necessary action to be taken. As a result of this, Kurt Mann replaced Dugan in the centers, leading to Josh McCrone starting as halfback. However, this was no hindrance at all to the Dragons, as they emerged triumphant against the Panthers. The 16-14 victory was achieved courtesy of the performance back rower Tariq Sims, and the composure of their captain Gareth Widdop. Sims had his best game for the Red and Whites, as he gained 143 metres and scored a 50 metres try, which proved to be the match winner. With this performance, Sims had emerged victorious in his battle with his cousin, Panthers front rower Reagan Campbell-Gillard. Moreover, English international Gareth Widdop had led by example, especially in the back end of the match where he controlled the game off his boot, while helping deny the Panthers of any last-minute heroics. Point 5. Key statistics crucial in Dragons' victory as well as the performances of Sims and Widdop. The Dragons had come out on top in the key stats, such as possession, completions, penalties conceded and errors. They finished the game with 53% possession, an 81% completion rate to the Panthers' 74%, conceded less penalties and made fewer errors 8, compared to the Panthers' 6. In addition, the Dragons forced the Panthers to make more tackles 345 to 341, while missing only 24 tackles, to the Panthers' 46. The back end of this match was where it was also won, as the Panthers were forced into a few late line dropouts, meaning they were forced to defend more than they would have liked. This was crucial to the Dragons preventing any late comebacks or heroics by the back end specialists. Point 6. Next round is crunch round. Despite this impressive victory, the Dragons still find themselves out of the top 8, courtesy of victories by the Cowboys and Sea Eagles. With this unexpected result, neither team is guaranteed a spot in the finals, as is the case with the Sea Eagles and Dragons. This renders the matches between the Cowboys and Broncos, Sea Eagles and Panthers, and the Dragons and Bulldogs as the most crucial matches next round, given it is the final round of the season. Usually, 30 competition points would be considered sufficient in order to play in the finals, which makes it even more incredible that a team on that many points may still miss the finals altogether. Therefore, here is the following scenario for both teams. With their top 4 hopes now over, the Panthers must win in order to guarantee their place in the finals. Having said that, although they must win, a small margin may be sufficient to seal a finals berth, depending on the match between the Cowboys and the Broncos. However, should they lose, and the Cowboys, Sea Eagles and Dragons all win the respective matches, the Panthers will not participate in the finals. The Dragons simply must defeat the Bulldogs, who are only now playing for a strong finish to their disappointing season. If the Dragons emerge victorious, they can finish as high as 6th, due to a superior points differential. However, if the Bulldogs end up causing an upset, the Dragons will head to Mad Monday, before planning for next season. What were your highlights from the Dragons' narrow win over the Panthers? Let us know in the comments below. Want to share your opinion? Why not write for us? Previous post, next post, next.